Welcome to the realm of Millenia. Be a man, a woman, a child. A spirit creature or the Mahan. Be ye a native migrator or maybe even an invader into the realm. Welcome, for I am your host, the Millennium Mailman, here today. It is currently, what is it? It's a Friday. But I'm gonna make a filler video just in case. So, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I really do appreciate the new vehicle. Glad to be in a situation I can get one. $3 car. 1999 Mercedes Benz. Yes, it's that German brand vehicle. It's a foreign vehicle. I'm sorry to all of you diehard Americans. I'm sorry. I outsourced my vehicle. A Mercedes Benz 1999. It's a good car. Got less than 100,000 miles on it because it's only coming from one older person, someone older than me. I think the dude was like 83 years old getting rid of his car. He only ever used the Mercedes Benz for his Sunday drive-ins. Yes. Right, so from one person to another, got it for $3,000. I'm going to use it and put her to work. It's pretty dirty for now. Probably give you a little tour of it afterward, but I appreciate my vehicle. I will treat her with tender, loving care and put 1,000,000 different miles on her. She's only got 106,000 miles on her. 100 diseased. 106,700 and some change miles on it. So I'm sure you're right. I'm gonna definitely work that number up. I'm not only gonna use the Mercedes on a Sunday, I'm gonna make it a bit more of a regular use than that. If I'm honest. I like my older vehicles. It makes me feel a bit younger. Being able to say that the cars are closer to my age than, say, like a brand new car. It's like I'd prefer a car that has stood the test of time. I'll take a used vehicle over a brand one just off the lot any day, right? Because in my mind, back in my day, they built cars a bit more durable and longer lasting. I feel like planned obsolescence has delved a bit into too many industries nowadays, where everything is built to break so you can buy a new one pretty darn soon, right? A lot of these new cars aren't made the same way they once were to last the consumer any length of time. Pick out a brand nowadays. They charge you an arm and a leg, and it's going to last you far less time than, say, that arm and leg would, even if it got twisted off, right? That arm and leg will somehow live longer than the car you just bought with that arm and leg. So I like the older cars. I certainly don't choose 90s vehicles very often, but I'd very much prefer to buy a 90s or even a late 80s vehicle every 5 years over choosing to buy a new one that is all fancy and is probably going to piss the bed in only 2 or 3. So, because again, the cost to performance, practicality, and functionality ratio of vehicles is just different. I can put 100,000 miles on an older car in just 2 years, and it still be just as fine as the day I got it. If it's one of these newer cars, if I have the audacity to put it through like 80,000 miles in 1 year, I'm gonna have to fork out $1 million in maintenance fees, and if I don't, let's be more realistic with numbers, I'll have to fork out close to like $15,000 in maintenance fees by that end of the same year. And if I don't, have to cough up even more than that to replace the vehicle entirely, because it's not gonna really agree with me there. Older cars, you don't gotta do that. So I really much prefer the older vehicles. Older vehicles need a little more TLC. You definitely don't want to put older vehicles through too much unnecessary stuff, but point still stands. It'll last longer. The practicality and functionality of these older model vehicles is unfortunately incomparable. You could do a lot to an older vehicle, and like I say, you got to treat it a bit better, but you honestly don't. You could probably treat an older vehicle the same way you would your new car, and it go way further than the difference. Because like you throw, I don't know, like you throw a football at the side of a Subaru nowadays, and it's going to be dented and cost you an arm and a leg to buff that out. But if you threw a football at one of these older cars, it'll leave a smudge and you wipe it off. Treat the car with a bit more respect. Right? It's not gonna default on your insurance or anything to try and get that cosmetic thing fixed. Because I don't know how to better say it, right? It's just I have a preference to older cars, and I really appreciate the fact that I was able to find and get this Mercedes-Benz 1999 Mercedes-Benz E320, I believe. I think it's like an E320 model. I just appreciate the circumstance that I found it doing good. She looks beautiful. She got stains here and there, but ultimately, good car. Good car. I'll probably do a little film video with the radio on. This car's radio is naturally set to 80s rock station, and I'm loving it. I probably don't think I'll ever change the radio station just to match the vibes of the age of the car, really, to be honest with you. It's perfect in my book. It's perfect. So, yes, it's been a good holiday season, because that's, regardless of whenever this video goes up to do filler, it is closer to Thanksgiving right now, and I don't know. So, I'll probably think I'll have time to shoot videos of the car in December, but I'm not sure when I'll post these videos or anything. I'm just thankful for this new car after my brother totaled my last one. It was a gloriously glorious Yukon. It was a 2000, I want to say 2001 Yukon it was, and it lasted forever. It was a great car. We put 380,000 miles on that Yukon, and it was still going nice. It was just a terrible hydroplaning accident that we had to let it go and resign. Big Bertha. Oh, she was a good car. She fit all of our necessities and fulfilled all my driving needs, but had to let her retire to the after Towmater's junkyard, unfortunately, because an hydroplaning incident caused her to be totaled. What a world, right? But I appreciate my 1999. It's older than the Yukon was. She got far less miles than the Yukon had when I got her. But overall, because the Yukon was also a car that was, by its previous owners, only ever really driven on Sundays. So it had low mileage when I got her, but ultimately put over 200,000 miles on that one, all on my lonesomes. Over 200,000 miles of the 390 that was on her was done by me. Most of that, the rest of that, outside the 250 probably that I put on her, the rest of that was done by my family and the previous owner. So split that however you will, but split the other 140 however you will. That's how many miles they put on her. But me alone, I put a good like 250,000 miles on her, because I like to drive. I drive a lot. So same dealio with Mercedes Benz here, 1999. I'll treat her with tender love and care, but she's gonna be forking out that practical, functional use that she was made for, to drive. Yes, I do love and appreciate my car. I'll do like a tour video or two of just going around the car and rediscovering exactly all the features on the Mercedes-Benz, because it's been a long time since I've had a car this old, let alone know of all the ins and outs standards of a Mercedes-Benz, let alone this model from a million years ago. Basically now. It's basically a million years ago. And I think the last person to have Mercedes I've known personally was Madame V. At least that's what we called her. Back in the military, there was this girl called Madame. I called Madame V, and I'll just stick to it, Madame V, for the sake of the video. And she had a Mercedes that I got used to, but it's been like 8 years, and it wasn't an older model Mercedes either. So getting used to this one will be a whole different thing. So I'll probably make another second filler video of just me tinkering with the car and figuring out a few more features. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. But I'll make as many videos as I can of me in the car before I actually get it clean. That way, whenever I get around to getting the car nice and perfectly detailed, it'll look like I actually cleaned up myself. I'm a terrible person. Right? But I'll make sure all the first videos I take with the car are rather expose how the car looks right now, the condition that I bought it in, because I bought it as was. I was like, no, don't do nothing to it. I want it just as it is. Well, I got it just as it is. I'll detail it myself and give my little self a sense of accomplishment. And by detail, I mean clean it out and then spend the $400 or $500 to get it professionally detailed, because I can only do so much without all the excess tools. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I'm ranting now and just raving, but I am thankful this Thanksgiving season. And like, comment, share, subscribe if you feel like. This has been a filler video. I'll save it for whenever. Bye.